Hey everybody, it's Nick Hausman here with Haus of Wrestling, and I have a big interview right now. WWE Superstar Zoey Stark. Zoey, thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
What a great time for your career, right?
Amazing
I mean,
time.
you're on the main roster, you're working with a legend like Trish Stratus. Let's start there. What are some of the things you've learned from Trish as you've been working so closely with her the last couple months?
So that's a very popular question right now, but here's the thing. I can't share that information. If I share that information, I don't know who's watching this, right? What if it's Becky Lynch right now? I don't need Becky Lynch knowing our plans and what Trish Stratus is teaching me.
Okay, fair enough. Well, it was very glaringly obvious that Trish and Becky Lynch didn't make the SummerSlam card, right? They had their match on Raw instead. And then overnight, this huge conversation seems to have erupted about the state of women's wrestling and pro wrestling between not just WWE, but also elsewhere in the community.
Sure.
What are your thoughts on Trish and Becky being moved to Raw and off the SummerSlam card?
You know, I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. You know, Hunter and Vince, they're both smart guys. You know, there's a reason why they're not on SummerSlam right now, right? So when you do see that match with Becky and Trish, it will be well worth the wait. Just know that. So it's okay. It's fine. Guys, chill out.
Okay, fine.
Women's wrestling is doing great right now, right?
Yeah.
We have a lot of amazing talent. We have Rhea Ripley, me, of course.
Of course.
Trish Stratus, Becky Lynch, Charlotte Flair, Asuka. I can keep Bianca Belair. You go down the list. We're good. All right?
What was it like working with Hunter specifically down at NXT? How was he working with the women down there?
Hunter's very hands-on.
Yeah.
He's amazing to work with. He's there at every Raw, and he's available for questions, and he's available to just help and mentor you, and he's great. He's amazing, yeah.
Have you had a chance to talk with Vince McMahon at all? I know he's back in the creative fold. I don't know.
I don't know if he is or isn't back in Creative Fold.
Yeah, he is. They've kind of confirmed he's working remotely.
Okay.
Yeah.
The man that I work with is Hunter.
Okay.
So I met Vince once. Very nice meeting him, you know. But Hunter's the guy.
Okay,
right now.
got it.
At least for me. He's the only person I see.
So when you first aligned with Trish Stratus, you ran to ringside, you grabbed Becky Lynch, you drop her with your Z360, and you broke her nose just like Nia Jax did. What was the conversation like after that happens when you break somebody's face like that?
Statement made.
Did you exchange words at all afterwards, backstage, over what happened, or no?
No, in all seriousness, we did talk, and she was fine. She's good. Like, her nose, you know, it happens. You know, we're in a very physical sport. It's not. I don't ever want to hurt anybody. But when it happens, and you go back and you apologize, and that's exactly what I did. Went back, I'm so sorry. It sucks when it happens.
Yeah, for sure.
It sucks.
Yeah.
But it happens.
Well, we've seen a lot of former NXT talents come back to NXT here in recent months, and it's really cool to think about you and Trish maybe going down there and doing something together. Is that something that's on your mind, or are you more focused on Raw and SmackDown activities these days?
It's been on my mind. I love NXT. It's amazing. It's a different crowd. It's a different feel. I'm having a blast with Raw. But if, you know, NXT wants to bring Trish and I down to kind of scope out the talent and see what's going on, we're more than happy to.
All right, last question here. Obviously, the tag team titles, the women's tag team titles just changed hands, right? We have Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville holding the titles now. You and Trish are obviously attached at the hip. Are the women's tag team titles on your list right now?
Why wouldn't they be?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Yeah, of course. You know, of course we would love to have those titles. I think right now we're solely focused on Becky Lynch and making sure that we get rid of that problem, then we can move on.
Awesome. Zoey, I want to thank you so much for the time.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it. Yep, absolutely.